Hi guys, it's me Alex and welcome to my next video. In the previous video, I showed you how quickly to deploy a media server, and in this video I will show you how to configure everything so that every component, radarr, sonarr, plex, qbittorrent and prowlarr are working together, delivering the smooth experience that you all want. Add a comment in the comments field to let us know what type of setup you have. Are you using a virtual machine or are you using dedicated hardware for your home media server? Press like, use the comment section, and let's go. So let's check our Docker containers. You have our prowlarr, qbittorrent, file browser, overseer, sonarr, and radarr. And we can see that each of the application has its own ports. So let's open a browser, and I know that my server has an IP address of 192.168.0.188, and the first thing I'm going to open is the qbittorrent. The username for qbittorrent is always admin, and for the password we'll have to use docker logs command, copy the ID of the qbittorrent, and we'll have a temporary password provided for us to log in. So we'll use it and paste it to the password, and let's log into the qbittorrent web management page. We can go to the web UI, and I will just change the password for the ease of use. So I'm using admin and admin as a username. So I can click save, and now we have our qbittorrent page. But let also us open the plex page 0.88.32.400. And here we'll name it media, hit next, and we will add our folders. We'll add the movies folder first, and the movies should be in media, movies, and movies. Hit add library, and we'll add also another library called TV shows. So it's in media, TV shows, and TV shows. Add library, next, and done. So this is plex. Let's also open all the other applications. So we can use docker ps to check the ports for each application, and for prowlarr we'll use port 9696. And I like to use the login page for login, and username is admin, and for simplicity I will use admin and admin. Okay, now next in line is the file browser, and the port is 8181. So 192.168.0.188, port 8181, and admin, and we are logged into the file browser. Okay, now next one, overseer, it's in port 5055, so I will go to 192.168.0.188 and port 5055, and I will sign in to the overseer using my plex account. So basically, plex and overseer will be always connected. If you have multiple friends that you want to share your plex server with, you can create users in overseer, or even better, you can allow your users in plex to access your data, and after that you can use overseer to synchronize the users that have access to your server to also have access to the overseer. Okay, now let's go to the sonarr, which is used for TV shows. That's 0.188 and the port is 8989. Here I also like to use the forms login page, password admin and username admin. And last but not least, it's radarr, which will handle our movies. The same login page, username admin, password admin, admin, and admin. Okay, so first thing first, let's start by configuring our qbittorrent. In the category field, we'll have to add a new category, and we'll add a category for movies. Anything with category movies, it will download it in the movies downloads folder. We'll also do the same for the TV shows. And I will have to change here the folder name, which is TV shows, and the folder is downloads. Also, we'll go to the tools, to the options, downloads, and in the saving management, for the default torrent management mode, we'll use automatic. We will also keep, when the torrent category changed, relocate torrent, yes. And here, relocate affected torrents. We'll use for the both categories. The rest of the options we can keep as default options. If you also want, you can go to the connection and you can modify the maximum number of upload slots per torrent. I want to, for example, use 10 here. Also here, maximum active downloads, I like to use 2, because if I'm downloading multiple movies, TV shows, sometimes a movie will get stuck, so it's better just to have 2, so you don't keep the rest of the movies from downloading. And for the active uploads, I like to use 10, and for the active torrents also 10. So we can save here everything, and basically that's it. With the qbittorrent, we only need to make it automatic, and basically we can also test. We can also test if you will use movies, you will see that it will download it in movies downloads, and if you use TV shows, you will see that it downloads in TV shows folder. So far so good. Let's jump to the overseer now, and let's try to set up the overseer. So overseer is our movies database, and overseer will be used to it will be a portal for you to download what movie you want to watch. So let me refresh this so we can retrieve the servers. And I have a plex server which is here, and it is called media. So I can use this one with port 3200, and the web app URL I can use HTTP, or actually I can go here and just copy the plex URL and just remove this, and I can save the settings. I will also sync both libraries, maybe use a quick scan to check the libraries, hit continue, and now we can import our radarr and sonarr. As I said, radarr is used to manage your movies and sonarr is used to manage your TV shows. So let's open radarr. We'll use here default server. We will not use 4K server because we will configure the media management from the radarr and the sonarr itself. So I will call the server name radarr, and let me just copy the IP address of the radarr, and I can use port 7878. Also in radarr, I need to go to settings, in general, and I need to copy this API key. And let's check the connection. However, you see that it is requesting me to use the quality profiles. So I think that the best idea would be is that I will go and configure radarr and sonarr first before moving to the overseer. So as you can see here, we have quality profiles. What I like to do is I like to delete every quality profile that you have here. Because in my case, I want to download everything in 4K as much as I can, and I want to uncheck all of these boxes. And I want to rearrange them in order of my preference. So I want my most preferred to be web download 4K, followed by HDTV 4K, and Blu-ray 4K. After that, I want to have my HDTV 180p, my Blu-ray, and also maybe I can use web 180p here on the top. And I also want to keep maybe HDTV's web 720p, HDTV 720p, and Blu-ray 720p. Now I can check the movies formats, and basically these are all the formats that I want to use, and the quality profile here will be called any. So radarr will try to download movies in the order that you are seeing here. You can modify this order based on your liking. Also, in the custom formats, you can, for example, use this option to, I don't know, download movies that have director cut, and in the title you can use director cut or regular expression director cut. I will give you something that will, it's a regular expression that will look for director cut movies. I will save it, and for example I have a preference for audio, and I will use Atmos. I will call this Atmos, and in the release title I'll use here Atmos and here Atmos. Now, if I go back to the media management in the profile menu, I can also add a score for the custom formats. For example, I want that the director's cut to have the most priority and the Atmos to have priority 30, let's say. And basically, if you have multiple custom formats, you can add them priority, and basically whatever title will have this custom format, whatever movie will have this custom format in its title, that movie will be preferred for the download. Now for the indexers, it depends here what you want to use. For example, you have a list of torrents here, and you can have filelist.io, which I am using. You have HDBits, IPTorrents, NIA, Pass the Popcorn, Torrent RSS feeds, Torrent Potato, and TorSnap. These are the options that you can use from the radarr itself. However, if you want to use other options, you have the prowlarr, and basically you will add a indexer. You'll have a big list of indexers here. You can search your favorite you can search for your favorite indexer. You see that some of them are private, some of them are public. You can find movies and TV shows here. What you need to do is just to go to the apps, applications, use radarr here. We can use the local host here because we are running on the same server. Otherwise, we can use them if they are running on different servers. We can use the IP addresses of different servers. So here on the radarr, we can go ahead and go to General and select the API key from here and add it, so that we can use maybe you can use 192.168.0.188, and here also use the IP address 192.168.0.188. So let's test now. You see that the test is successful, so we have radarr connected. And now when we can add indexers here, radarr will automatically get those indexers. Okay, so now we have covered profiles and quality and custom formats. Now let's check the media management settings. I like to delete empty folders. I also like to use unmonitor deleted movies. If I delete a movie, it will automatically unmonitor that movie. And what unmonitor means, it basically, it will not attempt to download the movie again if it is missing from the folder. Also an important stuff that we need to do is the root folders. So our root folder should be media, and since we are in radarr, we'll use movies and movies. So I will hit OK, and you see that it is already mapped, and I have 11.3 gigs of free space. So let's save the changes. Check again, we have profiles. Also, we need to add a download client. So let's add a new download client. We will use qbittorrent, and host will be 192.168.0.188. Port is 8080. Username is admin, and the password is admin. Category, we will use movies. So basically, if radarr will send a request to download a movie, it will see the category movies configured in here and in the torrent settings. So it will download the movies to the configured folder. Now let's test the connectivity. It's okay, and let's hit save. One more thing that we need to add is the remote path mappings. So we'll select a host. Remote path is media, and local path is also media, movies, and downloads in this case. And maybe also let's use movies and downloads. So let's leave it like that, and let's move to sonarr. So for the sonarr, it's the same. We'll go to media management. We'll add a root folder, which will be in the media, TV shows, and TV shows folder. Let's go to profiles. I like to remove these old profiles. So that we can use any profile. So we can have one profile for everything. So I'll just uncheck the quality levels that I don't like or that I don't need. And 4K should be on top, HD TV. TV shows will rarely release in Blu-ray, but if you want, you can also leave Blu-ray here. Now we can go with web 180p, HDTV 180p, and Blu-ray 180p. I personally don't like to use Blu-ray 720p, so I will just use web and HDTV. So save. After that, go to quality, custom formats, and here I want to use Dolby Atmos, for example, and in the release title I want to have Atmos, and most of the time you'll have Dolby Atmos with written as Atmos in your title. If you want to add more custom formats, just add more Indexers, again, if you have one of the indexers listed here, you can use one from here. If you don't have, you can just use prowlarr. We need to go here in settings, general, select the API key and add it in prowlarr. So it's sonarr. We'll use 192.168.0.188 and 192.168.0.188 and API key. Let's put it this one, test. If you test and everything is alright, everything should be fine now. Hi guys, thank you for watching my videos. If you enjoy my content, if you want to help me create more videos and more tutorials in the future, please consider subscribing. I have a target to reach 10,000 subscribers till the end of this year. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and use the comments and like my videos so that we can play along the algorithm. Let's go to download clients and let's add the qbittorrent also for sonarr, and use password and username admin and admin. Here we'll add TV shows. I want to use download in sequential order, but it's basically, if you do this, the file will be deleted in a sequential order from start to finish. But in this setup, you don't need to do that because the file will be imported in plex only after the download will be finished. Because what this application is doing, basically, it is first, for example, if you have a movie, it will first download the file in the downloads, and after that it will create a hard link and will put the downloaded movies in the movies folder where the plex is accessing those, and it plays those. So what I want to say basically, that even if the file is located in two folders at the same time, the space occupied will be only for a single movie, because the movies in the movies folder is just a hard link from the movies in the download folder. Let's go to system. And for example, we still have some errors here. For example, we have error for prowlarr, should have some error for sonarr, and also we should have some errors from radarr. These errors are here because we do not have a indexer. So let's go back to the prowlarr, to the apps, to the indexers, and we'll add a new indexer. So I, for example, have an account for Flux zone. So I can go to add the username and the password here, hit test, and as you can see, the test was successful. So if the test is successful, I can just save it, and basically I will have an active indexer right now. So go to admin and admin, So you see that I have flux zone added for movies and for TV shows. If I go to sonarr, you'll see that all the alerts disappeared now. And if I go to radar, all the alerts disappeared also. So the last thing to do is just to set up overseer. So let's go here and add radar server. So I will go to 192.168.0.188 and I will call it radar. It's the default server, and from the radar settings I will go to general and grab the API key, which is this one. Let's hit test. I will select quality profile any, the root folder, and the minimum availability I will use announced. And I will add the server. Now I can add sonarr. It's the default server. I need to also grab the API key. So go to general here. Let's go to overseer. I'll hit test so it can but first I need to add the IP 188. Hit test. Quality profile any, root folder. So language settings will not be used. Enable scan. And it looks like that I need to select this and add the server. So I can finish the setup right now. So now basically we have a working setup. Also in the optional and in the media server folder, you will have this link which will be called monitor deletions. Basically, if you delete a movie directly from Plex, you can use this script. You can add a cron tab minus you add a cron tab for it, and basically the following command, you can add the path to your monitor deletion script, and basically it will be run once a week. So thank you for watching. I hope this will be of great use to you. So it will help you set up your own home server. My name is Alex, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck.